What's up, traders? So let's do a complete multi-time frame analysis of some of the euro pairs that giving us a trading opportunity at this point includes Euro GBP, Euro CAD, Euro AUD, and Euro dollar. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have in these instruments. Now, starting with Euro GBP to see what's happening. Now, Euro GBP, first of all, let's look at the bigger picture. As usual, you always look at the bigger picture to see the general direction in the market. A Euro GBP on the monthly perspective, we have seen that there is a strong bearish engulfer has been formed on Euro GBP. Now, in this monthly price action, what we see that bigger picture on Euro GBP, if you draw this monthly channel, what you see that the price was respecting this monthly channel, creating a series of lower high and lower low, and was dropping for an extended period of time. But at this point, what we saw that in the middle, there is a fake move to the upside, liquidity grab. We saw that this resistance has been broken, and then past month with a strong bearish candle, bearish engulfer, Euro GBP has started to drop to the downside. Now, with that strong drop, now this current month, as usual, we have seen the price again went above, tested this monthly resistance with this long candle. Currently we see that the price is primarily rejecting from this monthly resistance. You see there is a long candle here on the monthly. Just from the bottom of this monthly liquidity zone, we saw that this current month Euro GBP is currently rejecting. Now, if you look at the weekly perspective, we see the same thing. You see, this is the channel that we have seen on the Euro GBP was dropping, and after this fake move to the upside liquidity grab, we have seen with a strong breakdown with this weekly candle followed by this retracement. Now, this retracement candle back to back to long week candle on the weekly, and we have seen another drop, and we see the price was going to the upside with a long week candles. Now, this current week, what we have seen, the price was respecting this resistance. Now the same resistance is being respected this current week. As soon as the market opened, we see that Euro GBP started to drop. Now looking at the daily perspective, as you have seen yesterday also, this is what I mentioned in my analysis, that we have seen on the daily there is a nice looking pattern. We can see long week candle, lower high, long week candle, lower high, long week candle, lower high. So Euro GBP creating a nice looking daily price section where you can see a strong bearish price section with this long doji. We have seen past yesterday the price has dropped. Now today you can see the price just below this daily 20 period moving average. If you draw a level here, what we can see that either the price might test this daily 20 period moving average, or we can see a drop as the price already started to drop from this zone with a reversal pattern. Now looking at the 4 hour, where we have seen this is the zone that we are expecting the daily 20 period moving average, and you can see on the 4 hour time frame Euro GBP has created a head and shoulder which is on the monthly resistance. This is the monthly resistance with a nice looking head and shoulder followed by this bearish candle. Now we see after that a strong drop. This current candle, we have seen the price already reached this zone, this important level. Now it is rejecting. But what I think that Euro GBP might do, Euro GBP might go another spike to the upside to test this neckline of this head and shoulder properly, and also test this long term trend line. And from this zone we could see that Euro GBP is rejecting again, as we are running a short trade from this zone. If this is the case, then if Euro GBP goes up to test this 20 period moving average on the 4 hour time frame, and also this dotted line where the daily 20 period moving average and this important area of value, if it reached there and shows us bearish price action, we might consider going short again, adding one more position on Euro GBP for this potential move to the downside with a high risk to reward ratio with our students. Now let's look at euro dollar. Now euro dollar, as you have seen that there is a strong movement happening euro dollar as expected. As you have seen, you have already secured a profitable trade from this zone with our students. Now let's see what we can find next trading opportunity. As usual, we again will look at the bigger picture monthly perspective. Now on the monthly euro dollar, you have seen that this is the long term bearish price action, and from this important level of resistance, euro dollar strongly rejected to the downside. This is the monthly resistance, and from the same zone we have seen that euro dollar started to drop. Now what we can expect at this point in this monthly price section, if we take our scale and to see where we can expect euro dollar to drop, now we can expect euro dollar to drop to this level at least, which can give us still a good trading opportunity, which is more than 100 pips is still drop remaining for EURGBP potential drop on the monthly perspective. Now, if you look at the weekly, we see that the price already been rejected from this important level of weekly resistance. After this rejection with this long week candle, we have seen a strong drop. Now, at this point, the price already below this level. So, what we can expect next? Let's look at daily time frame to see how the price action is doing. Now what we see that this current day, as soon as the market opened, the price a little bit dropped. Now we see trying to go up. Now one thing we need to keep in mind that euro dollar has broken this very important level of daily trend line. If you draw this trend line in an extended way, we see that this trend line where it was acting as a support here, resistance here, support here, support here, so long period of time on the daily perspective it was acting as a support for this move, and we have seen this support is broken. Now because it's a strong move has broken, we can expect now the price to go up and test this support here as a resistance before creating another impulse to the downside. So with that in mind, now we could see that euro dollar will go up for a potential retracement to this area of value where there is a daily 20 period moving average as well. Now if you take our Fibonacci for this move from the high to the low, and we see that this level is where we can see at least a minimum Fibonacci we can expect for this zone, so that can give us a possible retracement on the daily time frame. Now looking at the 4 hour, we see the price is now creating dodges here in this zone. So after closing of this dodge, we could potentially see that euro dollar is going up probably to this level. As you can see, there is a 4 hour 20 period moving average as well in this area of value where you see this dotted line is where the daily 20 period moving average. Now at the same time, if we see this support on the 4 hour time frame, this reversal pattern, what we see that this zone is becoming very important area of value where we see this potential daily support, and also this support on the reversal pattern. And also you see that euro dollar was consolidating for very long period of time, and this zone acting might act as an important level of resistance here. You see that this is the resistance. So this is a very important area of value, and we will be waiting for euro dollar to retrace to this level and then potential drop again from this zone. And this is the zone that we will be watching price action. We are expecting euro dollar to go up and test this zone, as there is a long bearish engulfer here as well. You can see that, and this is where if the euro dollar reach this zone today or tomorrow, then we'll consider shorting euro dollar again from this zone with a high risk to reward ratio with our students. Now let's look at euro AUD. Now euro AUD, you can see that already created quite a few manipulation, and there is a strong bearish price section on euro dollar already. Euro AUD has been created. You see that there is a double top formation here on euro AUD on the 4 hour time frame, and cross this high, grab the liquidity with a strong bearish engulfer has broken down. Now, if you look at the monthly perspective on euro AUD, we see that the past month there is a bearish engulfer, strong bearish engulfer, followed by this month the price reached this important level of resistance, and we see that a rejection after this retracement. Now euro AUD, we can expect now drop, but before dropping, as you can see, the price reaching this all-time low. All-time low means like this price visited last in 2017, so it's a long term drop, very low price. So with that said, euro AUD from this zone we might see further drop, but before dropping we could see potentially another retracement to the upside on the lower time frame. A weekly perspective, you see this is the long candle here on the weekly. Let's draw this level, this resistance here. Now this is where we can expect now the price to respect this previous support here as a resistance. So if we look at the daily now, on the daily time frame we see from this zone there is a strong rejection. Now the way the price action is forming, we could potentially see probably a rise on euro AUD a little bit upper to level. As you can see, there is a head and shoulder here on the daily time frame. Now the neckline of this head and shoulder on euro AUD has not been tested properly. If you draw this neckline, we see that euro AUD has created this kind of pattern here, and also there is a daily 20 period moving average in this zone. So what I think that euro AUD probably will rise up again from this zone for a potential breakout to the upside, for a potential test of this previous support here, support here, support here as a resistance, and then we could see that euro AUD is dropping. So this is what we will be expecting now. It could happen that euro AUD may drop from here, as there is already a bearish price action has been created. But as you can see that on the higher time perspective, on the daily perspective, the price has not been tested this reversal pattern here. So we could potentially see a drop from here on euro AUD from here, or we could potentially see that euro AUD probably going up and testing and then dropping. So this is what we'll be doing. If we see that euro AUD has created a very strong bearish price action from this zone, then we'll consider going short from here. Or on the other hand, if we see euro AUD has traveled to the upside to this zone, and then we will consider shorting from this zone with a high risk to reward ratio with our students. Now let's look at EURCAD. Now EURCAD, you can see that the price already created a long-term bearish price action on EURCAD as well. On the monthly perspective, you see that this is a very strongly bearish price action. There is a strong monthly bearish candle has been formed, followed by this retracement to the upside. Now after this retracement on EURCAD, we see primarily the price is rejecting. Now because it's a long-term bearish, we could see a bit drop on this one as well. Now looking at the weekly, you see that the past week there is a bearish candle. This week after retracement, we see that the price was went to this neckline, and then we see that the potentially now the price is dropping. Now looking at the daily, we saw there is a daily doji has been formed which tested this daily 20 period moving average, and from this zone we see the price is rejecting. Now this is a very strongly bearish price action. As you can see, the price consolidating, grab liquidity, created a lower high on the daily time frame. Now we see the price is melting to the downside. If you look at the intraday or 4 hour time frame, what we see that this is the current candle which is looks like this is strongly bearish. But what I think that EURCAD might rise up again, testing this 20 period moving average. As you can see, this zone has not been tested yet. So what I think that EURCAD potentially will go up to test this 20 period moving average on the today, or probably later today during the news announcement as on the CAD. And from this zone we could potentially see a bearish move to the downside on EURCAD. As you can see, there is already a reversal pattern has been formed on EURCAD head and shoulder, and also there is a long manipulation. Now we can expect the price to go up and test this zone and then create a strong bearish price action. And this is where I is in this zone for a potential shorting on EURCAD with a high risk to reward ratio with our students. Now, if you find value in this analysis, then smash the like button, and also don't forget to drop a comment below to help this idea. Thank you for watching. See you soon in my next analysis.